What's going on, Niners faithful? Today, we're diving deep into a question that has been on everyone's mind since Fred Warner went down with that dislocated ankle a month ago. Where is Nick Martin? And why haven't we seen the rookie third-round pick get a single defensive snap? Let's set the stage. The 49ers defense has been struggling, to put it mildly, without their all-pro linebacker. Warner is the heart and soul of this unit, and his absence has created a massive void. For most of the season, Martin was a healthy scratch. He finally made his debut in Week 7, but only on special teams. He's been on the kickoff team, the kick return team, the punt return team, every team except the one that matters most right now, the defense. So, naturally, the question was put to head coach Kyle Shanahan. Have there been discussions about getting Martin on the field, maybe learning the Sam linebacker spot? Shanahan's answer was pretty direct and, honestly, a little concerning. He said, yeah, there are discussions about it, and if we think that's the best thing to do for the team, we'll do it. But we don't think that it is. Oof. That's a firm no right there. Instead of giving the rookie a shot, the team has been leaning on Luke Gifford. Now, on paper, you can maybe see the logic. Gifford is about 25 pounds heavier than Martin. The Sam linebacker in this defense often plays on the line of scrimmage, so you want a guy with some size to take on blockers. It makes sense why they'd be hesitant to throw the lighter Martin into that physical role. But here's where it gets frustrating. Let's look at what Robert Saleh is doing. He has no problem lining up Dee Winters, who weighs 227 pounds, right on the line of scrimmage multiple times a game. Against the Rams, Winters was there constantly to counter their heavy use of tight ends. In fact, Winters has logged 50 for snaps at that spot all season. So, the he-s to small argument doesn't entirely hold up when you see other players of a similar build succeeding in that exact role. Now let's get back to Gifford. The games where he's played significant snaps have been, well, the defense's worst performances. Think about the last month. Gifford played over 20 snaps against the Rams, the Texans, and the Bucs. And what happened in those games? The opposing offenses moved the ball almost at will. It felt like they were just marching up and down the field. Gifford was brought in for his run defense and special teams ability. But the stats tell a different story. With Gifford on the field against the run, the 49ers are a -8 in EPA per 60 plays. That's a significant negative impact. When the guy you brought in to stop the run is actually making your run defense worse, you have to ask the question, how much worse could Nick Martin possibly be? The fact that the coaching staff isn't even willing to give him a look is pretty damning. It feels like déjà vu, doesn't it? Remember last year? They basically redshirted Dee Winters as a rookie and kept rolling out Devander Campbell, giving him every chance to fail. Now, I'm not saying Martin is the next Dee Winters or has the same upside, but the pattern is eerily similar, especially after we just watched Sean McVay and the Rams target Gifford repeatedly. Let's remember who Nick Martin was in college. At Oklahoma State, he played Mike linebacker. He was known for being a violent, rangy, high-level athlete. Yes, his instincts weren't always perfect, and he could be over-aggressive, leading to mistakes in both the run and pass game. But you know what his strong suit was? Rushing the passer. His closing speed was disruptive and forced quarterbacks into errors. And what does this 49ers defense desperately need right now? Speed. And they could absolutely use any pass rush help they can get. Leaving Luke Gifford out there in coverage is a losing strategy. Any competent offensive coordinator sees that matchup and starts drilling. It's a weakness that will be exploited week after week as long as he's on the field. From the 49ers perspective, it's pretty clear this was always intended to be a redshirt year for Martin. The plan was for Fred Warner and Dee Winters to hold down the linebacker spots while Martin learned the system behind the scenes. They'd figure out a role for him next season after Gifford's contract was up. The plan was solid. But then, the unpredictable happened. An absolute Ironman like Fred Warner, who never misses time, suffers a major injury. And just like that, all their best laid plans went out the window. It threw the entire defensive strategy into chaos. Shanahan himself spoke about what the defense is missing without Warner, and it's a lot more than just tackling. He said, "You're missing a Hall of Fame player." He praised Tatum Bethune, who has been doing a solid job. But the truth is, you can't replace a guy like Fred. Shanahan highlighted Fred's intelligence, his communication, his ability to get the defense into the right call against any formation or motion. He's elite in coverage, patrolling the middle of the field from sideline to sideline. Normally, offenses have to throw over Fred Warner, which allows the safeties to play deeper and the corners to stay on top of their routes. Without him, that whole structure collapses. Shanahan said it perfectly. When you're missing a Hall of Fame player like that, it unlocks a lot of things which affects all three levels of the defense. And we're seeing that play out. While Bethune has been excellent against the run, this is a passing league. If you can control the intermediate part of the field, the area Warner has absolutely owned since 2019, you're not going to get off the field on third down. And that's been one of the team's biggest issues since the injury. Robert Saleh has tried to mix and match personnel. He's tried different schemes and combinations. But so far, they haven't found a solution. And the harsh reality is, the true solution is out for the season. The answer is Fred Warner, and he isn't walking through that door. So, well, we all want to see what the rookie Nick Martin can do. And while it is frustrating to watch the defense struggle with what feels like an unforced error in personnel, it seems the coaching staff has made their decision. They're sticking with their plan, for better or for worse, and banking on the rest of the defense to step up. Unfortunately, that's a tough ask when you're missing a future Hall of Famer. What do you guys think? Should the Niners give Nick Martin a shot? Or are they right to stick with Gifford and the original plan? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Niners content. I'll see you in the next one.